Well, today's Saturday and it's the 5th of March 2025, and as you can see I'm at the Wincanton Sports Centre, but that's not for me, that's for the girls. They've got their swimming lessons this morning. No filming in there, of course, so it gives me a chance to have a little walk around Wincanton, somewhere I've never actually walked around before. Well, we're a little bit outside, so I'm going to walk in there and then we'll start the filming from down there. And Luna's just had her lesson, and she's managed to ring the bell. So once they've accomplished a certain level in the swimming lesson, they ring the bell, and that means that she's going to be moving up to a higher group. She's achieved everything that she needs to in her group, and she moves on to the next one. So well done, Luna. And really important thing to be able to swim. And just as I'm sitting there watching them swimming, trying to think back to when I learned to swim, but so long ago, I don't actually remember it. And it just feels as though I was always able to swim. I guess that's not true, but oh, lovely wildflowers along here. Nice different shades of blue as I walk down, so it's a little bit of a walk. I need to Serena says it's about a 15-minute walk for me to actually get down to where the town is. So onward and downward. See you down there. I just thought I'd put the camera back on just to show you the road I'm walking down. It's quite steep, so I'm glad I'm walking down and not up. But it's got some lovely houses on the sides. Quite big ones too. And then right in front of us we start to get a view of Wincanton. And we did drive through it, so Serena could show me a little bit of the area on the way to the swimming lesson. And it just seemed a little bit hilly. Just a nice little village though. The bus stop if I wanted to catch the bus. Some nice bungalows here, something you see quite a lot of in England. We don't see much in the way of this sort of building in Spain. In fact, buildings are really quite different here. In England, lots of gardens with lawns, which are usually very, very well kept. And people do take a pride in their gardens. Difficult to manage something on a hill like that. Actually cut hedges. Interesting building here. It's got a little lookout protruding from the front. Gotta get my steps in a little bit today because I didn't do a lot of walking yesterday. to go over a bridge here. You'll be able to see. It's quite an old bridge, and this is a more modern footbridge that I'm on now. And a nice little river passing under the bridge, which is not too full. So some of the river, particularly in Ilchester, seemed quite full. That one, not so bad. Interesting looking church there. Might be my first place to stop and have a little look. And right here we've got the Miller's Inn. Did come to Wincanton one Boxing Day many moons ago because Wincanton has a racecourse, and we went to the Boxing Day races, which is the first and only time I have ever bet on a horse. Did I win? I don't think so. Cross over here. We're actually in Church Street. A lovely stonework here. It does look a very pretty building. A few cars parked here, so there might be something going on. Could be an event, a wedding, maybe. Morning. Beautiful window up there. I think I can walk all the way round. So we're getting some notices put up. What's going to be happening today?
Morning.
Morning. Ah, so 10 o'clock there's a coffee morning. Tea, coffee, books, cakes, raffle, and everyone's welcome.
Come on in.
Maybe a bit later, thank you. Morning. A lady invited me in, but if I went in there I'd have no time to see any of Wincanton, unfortunately. These gravestones do tell interesting stories, some lovely little bits of history. Lots of these made out of local stone, and the local stone doesn't seem to weather very well. Unlike the one here, this one's granite, and I guess that will fare much better. But a beautiful, very good looking church, and I hope they do well in their coffee morning. I'm going to carry on up, and it's another hill, so I've been down a hill and now I've got to go up the hill. Just before we leave, Wincanton History Day. Saturday the 5th of April. The horse in work, sport and leisure. Choral Society concert, that's tomorrow. And they're doing Bach, St John Passion. I'm sure that would be wonderful. And Anita would love that. Don't think we're going to be able to make it though, unfortunately. Just going to carry on a little bit up in towards the town centre. Up the hill I go. The other day we were in Shaftesbury and I walked up and down Gold Hill a couple of times, so this is nothing. If you haven't seen the Gold Hill video, you're going to have to look out for that one. I had fun making it. Well, I wasn't expecting that, but that's a real interesting little find. And it's the Lodge of Science. Oh, this is definitely one I should be visiting, I think. Well, that's something I've definitely got to look out for and look it up and find out about the meetings there. It's not too far from where Serena lives, and maybe on a future occasion I might manage to pay them a visit. A building there that's painted next to one which is the original stone, and the stone actually looks so good. Really, really beautiful.
You're right.
It's only 10 o'clock in the morning, so places are just kicking in, just starting. Stall being set up over there. Beautiful building. This is Marketplace. Not sure about the colour, but definitely an interesting building. And there's a blue plaque, which I'll go across in video. It's definitely significant. And the blue plaque reads 1819 to 1901. That's Queen Victoria, and she stayed here as a child in 1825. So as a little 6-year-old, Queen Victoria was here. We'll be going down there later on, but for the moment I'm just going to carry on up here where there's something else going on. I think we might have banners, photographers, people in fancy dress. This is the Bear Inn. A few people here. Votes for women.
I got one of those.
Great fun.
What's on top?
So this is the celebration of the Wincanton History Day. I'm just come at the right time. I got some wonderful music.
Love the play.
So this is actually the Wincanton Museum, and they're celebrating Wincanton History Day here today, and lots of people coming out, different sorts of fancy dress, depicting all different periods. I'm not sure why we've got a red Indian here. Not sure of the significance of that. I'll try and find out. I've just been told that later on today there's actually going to be a horse parade, but I think we're going to miss that. We will have left by then. It's only just 10 o'clock in the morning. But let's go and have a little look a bit further into the village, and then we'll come down here in a moment or two. I almost don't want to leave this. It's just like so exciting. But I'll just have a little walk around the corner and we'll come back in a few moments.
I know.
Oh, some fascinating stuff there. And yet another beautiful building. I'm really struck lucky today. This is the old bank house. I'm not sure when it was, it says established in 2005, but that's not the age of the building. That must be the hairdressers that's now located there. Beautiful building though. The main street. I'll walk up it, filming on the south, that side, and then I'll come back down and be able to film on the other side, so you can see what I'm walking past to my right. And well, the charity shops, I don't think I'm going to have any opportunity to visit any of those. Discworld Emporium. Well, this is definitely a fascinating little town. Just look at this sign that's coming up. Quaker Meeting House. It's the Religious Society of Friends, Quakers. We've got another blue plaque here. And this one's from 1688. It's commemorating the Battle of Wincanton, and it was fought near this site, a decisive battle of the ascension of William of Orange. Wincanton, full of history. Across the road we've got a pet store, but nice buildings next to it. Morning. Uncle Tom's Cabin, a thatched property there. and it's a pub, but it's a free house. That doesn't mean you don't have to pay for your beer. You do pay for it. It just means that they're not actually tied to any particular brewer, and that means you get a choice of different beers usually, and sometimes they have specials on. Always interesting to visit those. Big car park down there, and that's a long stay one. This one's called Man's with a double M. Model moment. You get different models here, which fascinate me as a boy and an adult, I think. Got lots of links on there to YouTube videos. I guess that's to help construction. Another church. This one is the Methodist Church. And because it's History Day, it's another one. It's going to be open. Unfortunately, we've got lots of family commitments today. We're going to later on be seeing Lara and her family. They're going to be driving up from Hampshire, so we'll get to see them. So somewhere here I've got to try and cross over. It's not a particularly busy road, so I should be okay. Walking just out of the town, I think. To cross over and go down this side. And that way you can get a nice look at the lovely buildings on the side I've just walked up. And hopefully we might catch some more of the History Day celebrations when we get down to the bottom. It's the Methodist Church I just walked past. Nice building. Notice it because I was walking right by it, but that's the parish church office next to a front which has got a really interesting design. I'm not sure what that is, but that's the opposite next to the Dolphin Hotel. And here there's Tom, because this is Uncle Tom's cabin. Getting past the pet store now. Getting a bit warm. There's the Equator meeting room. There's a second-hand vintage shop with all sorts of things. Wincanton cobbler, leather and travel goods. There's an Indian restaurant, and on the side we have a Chinese restaurant. This is a charity shop, St Margaret's Hospice. I must say I did see this poster earlier on and I didn't comment on it. It just didn't click with me that it was actually today. Nice to see pictures of what places used to be like. This one, back in 1917. And there's the library and museum there. Another St Margaret's Hospice. Thank you. I'm almost back now to the museum. Gentleman in costume. Morning.
Hello there.
Could go for coffee or breakfast here. Well, I've been very lucky today, I think.
I think you've been very lucky today.
Beautiful.
Did you ever see, and this is entirely unrelated.
So I've just come back down to the town museum and we'll see what we can see inside here. I never have guessed what this is, but it's a grape storing bottle from around about 1890, and it was used for keeping dessert grapes in good condition so they could be eaten during the winter time. The stalk of the bunch of grapes was inserted into the spout, and water with a little sugar was added through the hole at the top. And lots of lovely memorabilia here.
That's funny, they all were regular.
But you can buy them.
So what I bumped into earlier on was obviously the cutting of the ribbon for the Wincanton History Day. Work going on, the building across the road. There's obviously a lot more to see here today, and wish them well. Spoke to the photographer, the official photographer for the event, and he's done it before, but they've asked him to come back and do it again. Professional photographer, and hopefully we'll be able to catch up with his photographs when they're put up online as part of the History Day remembrance service and all the things that are going on here. This is actually the Wincanton police station. The phone outside. Morning. Mike's Hardware shop, just opening up. And that shows what it used to be like. Oh, it's lovely they've got these old pictures showing what they used to be like all those years ago. And shops here, well, Anita would love this. Used to be Williams news agent in back in the 1950s. And been Lily Rose from 1963 and 1992. And this magnificent building, showing that it's 10:30, I've got 15 minutes to get to the meeting point, is that it's the town hall and it's the community office as well. Cycle shop. Ooh. Might like to do cycling, but it's very hilly around here. Although that's why they come to Mallorca, isn't it? Oh my goodness, look, there's a doors. I had a doors. In fact, very, very similar to that one. It was actually called a doors medallion. I was so proud of it. And my parents bought it for me for passing my 11th plus. That's a few years ago, isn't it? I'm not sure whatever happened to the bike. I left it with my parents when we went to Spain, and not really sure what happened to it after that. Right. And that's the Nog Inn. That's a good name, isn't it? And there's that name again, Rutter and Rutter Solicitors. Really don't know too much about my family history on that side. It's something maybe I should investigate. Beautiful church. And this is the Catholic Church, St. Luke and St. Teresa Catholic Church. Flos Commelititis da Privilegia. My Latin's not very good. Actually cross over and see if I can get a view from across the road. Looking right into the sun. It's a magnificent building. 2 towers, a nice window up there. Walking out of Wincanton now, on the opposite side to the sports area. This is where Serena is designated the picking up point, somewhere she can actually pull in. It's another church, community church, so served by lots of churches in a very, very small area. Just look back at the Catholic church there. A large, very well kept building, very well looked after. And the building across the road is actually Our Lady of Mount Carmel, and that's the Catholic primary school. It's in the Diocese of Clifton, Clifton being Bristol area. Wincanton Community Church, when I look at the architecture there, that looks, well, 1950s, 60s to me. Well, I can't say how lucky I've been today with my little walk. The weather's been fantastic, but to actually come across such an event here in Wincanton added to that specialness of this day. So I'm really glad I did come, really glad I came for a walk, and well, I'm sorry Anita's missed it, but she'll have been enjoying the girls with their swimming lessons. I did see Luna do hers, and congratulations again to Luna on ringing that bell and moving up to the next class. Well, I hope you found this as interesting as I have. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. So bye for now. Bye.